Over the last few days, there's been a lot of news coming out for PUBG on console. And I say console because now it doesn't just include Xbox. I had a video that I made a while back predicting that PlayStation 4 would be getting PUBG in December, and it looks like that's going to be coming true. We just heard yesterday that on December 7th, PUBG will be releasing to PS4. And it's not going to be like the Xbox version where they have to basically start from scratch and then test this thing out. It's going to be a full-fledged release of the game, and I think it's going to have everything that the Xbox version has currently. At least we don't know more information about that yet. I'm sure they're going to share much more information in the coming weeks as the release date gets closer. And I'll be sure to cover all that news here, so feel free to subscribe to my channel. That way you stay up to date on everything PUBG, either Xbox or PS4. So before we get into some other news that came out this weekend, let's go ahead and go over some of the PS4 things that they mentioned yesterday. So there's 4 different packages of the game that you can purchase on PS4. You can buy the physical copy of the disc, you can buy the digital copy, and both of those are going to run you $30. And basically you'll get the game as well as some pre-order bonuses. They mentioned a couple in the article, so I'll show you those here up on the screen. First one is a Nathan Drake skin, so you'll have the iconic outfit from Nathan Drake from Uncharted. And then there's actually a level 2 backpack skin for Ellie's backpack from The Last of Us. So that's pretty cool, and I think that, it'd be neat if they did something like this for Xbox as well. Something from Halo, something from Gears of War, just our 2 most iconic franchises getting something in the game as well. But that's pretty cool that the PlayStation gets that. I imagine that you guys are going to have a lot of Nathan Drakes running around in the lobby when the game first comes out. There's also 2 more editions. There's the Survivor Edition, which is $50, which gives you the base game, the pre-order bonuses, a Survivor Pass for Vikendi, and we'll get into that more in just a bit, 2300 G-Coin, and 20,000 BP. And if you guys aren't aware, if you're a PlayStation player and you haven't gotten your hand on the game yet, G-Coin is the in-game currency for PUBG on console. This isn't on PC, so you might not be aware of this currently, but basically 100 G-Coin equals $1 US. So 2300 G-Coin, that's a $23 value, at least a $23 in-game currency value. I'm not sure the stuff that you can actually buy with it is worth $23, but that's to be debated in a completely different video. There's also the Champions Edition, which is $60, which gives you the base game, the pre-order bonuses, the Survivor Pass, 6,000 G-Coins, which equals $60 US in in-game currency, and 20,000 BP. So if you're someone that likes to buy a lot of cosmetic items, likes to purchase microtransactions, then this is something you might want to look into because you're going to get more value doing it this way. I don't usually pay for skins or anything like that, so this isn't something that I would purchase if I was a PlayStation user, but it might be something that you guys want to look into. In there you also get an avatar and a theme for your PlayStation 4, but let's go ahead and go back to the Vikendi mention in this post, and this was kind of slipped in there. There hasn't been much said about this yet officially on the console forums or anything like that, but Vikendi is going to be the new snow map that we've been promised for winter of 2018. So you guys know that winter of 2018 is just about here, and they don't have a lot of time to actually get it in for 2018. Hopefully we get to test it on the test servers first. I think that would be very beneficial for the players and the development team, but we'll just have to wait and see if that happens. Since 2 of these editions of the PlayStation 4 version of the game come with the Survivor Pass, I'm starting to wonder if you're going to get the code so that you can buy it when it does go live, or if Vikendi, the new snow map, is going to drop on December 7th along with the PlayStation 4 release. That might be asking for a little bit much. We'll just have to wait and see. I personally don't think it's going to come out on December 7th. If I had to guess, I'm going to guess that it's going to come out 2 weeks later on December 21st, because that is the official first day of winter, at least in the United States. I don't know how it works everywhere else, but the first official day of winter of 2018 is December 21st. So I'm thinking that we're going to get it then, but we'll just have to wait and see. This wording in here though is kind of cryptic, so maybe we'll be getting the Survivor Pass of Vikendi on the 7th when the PlayStation 4 release happens. Whenever the Xbox version of the game gets the snow map, I'm going to think that the PlayStation version of the game is going to get the snow map. But again, we'll just have to wait and see. But that's some pretty exciting news, especially if you're a PUBG fan and you want the game to last a long time and you want it to thrive. Even if you're a hardcore Xbox fanboy, you have to see that this is a good thing for at least PUBG. It might not be a great thing for Xbox in general. We're all gamers here. Let's just get along. If we all love PUBG, let's just come together as a community and work together and just enjoy the game. Let's go ahead and get into some other news that was mentioned this weekend that I haven't really made a video on. It looks like on the 15th, which is this Friday, they're currently trying to schedule a hotfix for the Xbox version of the game. And in this hotfix, we're going to have a number of improvements, and one of those major improvements is Dysync. They said they're testing out a potential fix to reduce instances of Dysync. There was a bug with the movement of players, and sometimes the movement of the player would be visibly delayed, and so the character location that you're seeing is not actually what the character's actual location on the server was. And so that was causing some people to get shot behind walls, people to get shot when they're running to cover, when they think they're safe. It's all because you think you're in a certain location, but the server actually thinks you're somewhere else. But they're looking to get this hotfix out on November 15th, which I said is this Friday. So stay tuned for that. I'm definitely going to cover it when it does come out. This is a major bug that's causing a lot of desync, but there's still a lag and network connection issue that's going on, and they're developing a fix for that, which is going to basically region lock people. So if you are in Australia, you're only going to be able to play on the Australian server. If you're in the United States, you're going to play on the North American server. You're not going to be able to pick which one you go to anymore. It's going to pretty much region lock you, and it's going to put you on the best server for your connection, which is going to cause a lot of that lag and desync to go away, because basically what you're seeing when you're seeing desync is the server, like I said, is seeing you in a different location than where you actually are, and a lot of times that's caused by the ping that you have to the server that you're playing on. Also, in the upcoming hotfix, they're planning on changing the movement. You might have noticed since the last major patch that the movement kind of feels kind of like you're on ice at times. They're adding a forward movement dead zone, which helps you sprint in a straight line, and it just makes the movement a little bit more smooth, so we'll have to test that out when the hotfix goes live. They also mentioned some things about the graphical settings that they're going to be having, and this isn't going to come in the hotfix. This is going to be something that's coming later on in the next big patch, and that's going to be towards the end of November, I think. But basically they're going to have both visual quality and resolution settings, and there's going to be 3 options for each. And I think this is going to be great for the Xbox One OG and S players, because they'll be able to set the resolution to dynamic, and that's going to help increase the frame rates. Hopefully we can get to a lock 30, if not a pretty stable 30 frames per second. I know that sounds pretty terrible for a lot of players, but that's the reality we live in. We're not running at 60 frames per second or anything above 30 at any point playing PUBG right now on Xbox. So we just kind of have to hope for the best and hope that they can get these different options in. That way, if you don't care too much about the graphical textures or playing at the absolute max resolution that you can possibly do, that's going to help their performance, and it's going to help stabilize the frames and just make it a better experience overall. They're also looking to implement a field of view slider for first-person perspective mode. This has been requested by a lot of users that play first-person perspective. I play third-person perspective most of the time, so I haven't really been affected by this, but I think they want to back that up a little bit, at least give you the option to back it up. And just know that when you do increase your FOV, it's going to lower the performance a bit because you're taking in more as you move around and as you play. They're hoping to get this out sometime in late November or early December. Last couple things that they mentioned that they're working on, the level streaming. So I think this is something that's just going to be constantly updated and constantly worked on and tweaked to try and get it correct. I'm still having some matches where things still look like Play-Doh, and I'm on the Xbox One X, so I can only imagine an OG Xbox user without an SSD or anything like that. They have to be waiting for the buildings to render or the weapons to show up, and that's just no fun when that happens, and that basically ruins your experience. If somebody has an SSD and they land at the exact same time that you do, their buildings and their guns and everything are going to render faster than yours, and that could cost you the game. But either way, this is a lot of good news coming PUBG's way. We have the Snow Map coming out, Vikendi, and that should be coming out next month sometime. But you guys will have to let me know in the comment section below what you think. If you're an Xbox player, does this majorly upset you for some reason that the PlayStation is also going to be getting a game that we knew all along was a timed exclusive? They said console launch exclusive even at E3 when they first announced it, so we knew all along that this was going to be a timed thing, but the time is up for PUBG on Xbox to be exclusive. We need to welcome the PlayStation players because it's only going to help improve the game. I don't think that, the conspiracies that now that the PlayStation's out and they have a bigger player base, they're only going to focus on them. They're going to forget about Xbox. PlayStation people are going to get more things than the Xbox players, things like that. We just need to stop with all that. If we could just be civil, for just a little bit and just enjoy the game together. I'll help each other out. I have a bunch of tips and tricks videos. They pretty much work for any version of the game, but especially console, because when you play on PlayStation or you play on Xbox, you're going to be playing a similar style of game with similar controls. So you can follow all the tips and tricks videos that I've made so far and then apply them to PlayStation. And I definitely welcome all the PlayStation users to subscribe to my channel. Check out my tips and tricks videos. Just look here for updates, because I want to share this information with you guys as if you were Xbox players, because I really don't care what piece of plastic you hold near and dear to your heart. This is all about PUBG and our need to get better at the game and have fun with it. So whether you're a PC player, Xbox, or PlayStation, I don't rank you in any order. I'll be happy to help in any way that I can. We're getting really close to 10K subs, and I have a little bit of a special video planned for when I do hit 10K eventually. As I'm recording this, I think I'm 120 subscribers away from 10,000 subscribers, so if we could definitely get that up there, that would be amazing. When I first started YouTube, I had no intention of even getting 10 subscribers, let alone 10,000, and I want to share, a special video with you guys when I do hit 10K. So definitely hit subscribe if you haven't already. Stay up to date on everything PUBG, whether you're on Xbox or PlayStation, and then stay up to date on all the other content that I like to provide here as well. But with that being said, guys, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Until next time, I'll see you later.